Hi, so I'm going to build on what we spoke about yesterday. So we were looking at standing in fifth and how to find your balance, but not necessarily just focusing on the balance itself, using a technique where you're building your balance and your body around a structure that you have in your mind. So if you want to review that, just have a look at the tutorial that I did. So moving on a step further, this is a really nice bridge between standing on 2 feet here, very strong, very stable, very confidently, and then taking the next step to start working out how to stand on one leg. So we're not going straight from here to here as a balance, not yet. This is for when we're building people up to a balance on a one leg, and this should happen progressively. So let's say we're here. I'm just going to stand to the side so that you can see me. So we studied the structure around which you're balancing your body in a fifth position balance. So you're nice and stable here. So if you're in your second exercise, at the end you take another balance. Now here I've got my toe on the floor and my other leg is in fifth position. So I'm still actually on 2 feet. I'm still balancing on 2 feet. But what it does, it just allows me to place the tiniest bit of weight on my toe just to stabilise this position. So I'm thinking about the structure. So I have this cross running down my body that's really strong in my mind. And I have this structure here leading from my fingers to my belly button to my spine. So I have this strength in my mind, and I'm extending on a tendu on the floor. So this is really no different to standing on 2 feet. But what it allows you to do is just analyse where your weight is, and you're going to have to just pour the weight a little bit backwards, ever so slightly, in order to lift the leg off to the front. So when you're working with weight distribution, so when you go from 2 feet to 1 foot, there is a slight change of where your weight needs to be. It needs to be as delicate and subtle as, or the imagery, the feeling of having a jug of water and you're pouring it into a glass. So if I have a jug of water here, this is my weight that I'm standing on, and imagine that, you know, the heaviness of that flow, but also it's steady. You're just tipping the weight like you're pouring water back into your body in order to go from 2 feet. You're tipping the weight, you're pouring the weight, you're adjusting it to go onto 1 foot. So from here, 2 feet, you found your balance. You can have your hand on the bar, slide to a tendu. So go through all of the technique that we spoke about, so starting from the feet, finishing all the way up to the top of the ceiling, out through your head. There's a line that takes you all the way to the top of the roof. There's a line that connects you here, all the way through your centre to the back. There's a line that starts here. So you're in a tendu. Now here, imagine you are just pouring that water slightly out of the jug. It's going backwards, and just feel what it feels like in order to lift that toe off of the floor. It's a really subtle adjustment. It's really, it's just very subtle, and it takes time to look at, to study, to feel, but it's absolutely worth doing with your students and with yourself to start to understand how to go from 2 feet to a 1 foot balance. Yeah, and obviously once you feel that weight adjustment from here to here, then it makes it much easier to go to other places. Yeah, so this is your starting point. In fifth, use the structure in your mind. From your next exercise, add this on the end. You go tendu to the end. So I'm still on 2 feet, I'm still on 2 feet, I'm still on 2 feet. And then just experience the pouring of the weight ever so slightly into that back leg as you extend the leg to the front. Make sure you keep your hips, your shoulders over your hips. Your hands, your belly button, your spine are all engaged on that line. Really, really subtle work. So have a go at that. Let me know how you get on. You can start holding onto the bar if you wanted, just to get this feeling, but of course the work is done when you take your hands off the bar. So let me know how you get on.